Hello everyone. I would like to share with you today what I do to have endless flowers blooming all summer long. Right now I'm in a period when there's like not too many flowers in a bloom because I have to do this step. Plus I have others which are about to bloom. I have a lot of dahlias that are gonna be coming into flowering very soon. And here you see the Californian poppy, or Eschscholzia so called, which is on its second bloom already. I will show it to you tomorrow morning when it's open fully. Now in the afternoon flowers hours when it's so hot, it kind of closes a little bit. But this bush was treated, otherwise it wouldn't be flowering anymore. Now you can see here I have another area which I already treated. There's a lot of grass as well, but we've been having a lot of rains this year and I don't pre-treat my soil with anything. I don't put any poison. All I do is I mulch a little bit with grass, and that's what prevents the soil from becoming too dry. Anyways, I'm going back to the topic. As you can see here, what I have done is I had trimmed these. I did that on this specific bush maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and at the beginning it didn't look very pretty because they had become extremely big because of the heavy rains that we had this spring. It was tough year. We had a lot of flowers, but at the same time a lot of them became super leggy and very tall. If you can see over there, I put a metal stick right here to the artichoke because it had fallen to the ground. So you really would like to trim to or as they call it, to deadhead your flowers, which means when the flower dies you want to cut it. Why? Because now this is the future flower, but this already flowered and now it's going to start to try to form seeds. When a plant is forming seeds, all its power is focused on the seeds, so it will stop flowering or the flowers will become very little. Here I already need to focus on a second trim because I'm already having more seeds forming up. As you can see, these are my seed pods. And yes, I want to leave some of them to collect some seeds. I already did on the first batch, the first time I trimmed this. When I trimmed it, it was that short, and then it regrew and became beautiful again. This, of course, is not going to work with all your plants. For example, I have a Centolina here, which I will cut off the flowers, and even if it flowers again a little bit, they will be sporadic flowers. It will be very little. But with flowers like Eschscholzia, the Californian poppy, it works very, very good. That's a type of yarrow as well, which I will also do the same to it, but most probably I'm not gonna have like a second bloom, or if I do, it's gonna be very small. Others, you don't need to do anything to them, like this one, for example. It will just bloom all summer long. But Here you already see the dying flowers of a monarda plant. I have to cut these off, and I already see some new blooms starting to form, and I want to give the power of the plant to them, so I will most definitely do that. I have a lot of cutting to do tomorrow. Here we have a coreopsis plant, and I have to do the same with it. If I cut these off, it will give me new flowers, and I'm gonna have a new set, a whole new set of blooms. I already did some of them earlier today, and now it can focus on forming the new flowers, and it will give me a whole new little yellow bush here. It's gonna be fantastic. Another plant you can do the same with. I have this beautiful scabiosa right now, is the snapdragons. This is also on its second bloom, the majority of it. As you can see, I have others that need to be cut off, and it will keep on flowering all summer long, because I don't want to have like empty spots without flowers for too long. I want to have more and more flowers throughout the summer. Of course, there will be many new flowers that will start flowering right now, like the zinnias are just opening up now, and I have more different varieties here. The marigolds are also, they will be blooming all summer long. You can do the same to them to take off the dead blooms, and they will keep on flowering. This beauty here, I don't really need to do anything with it, it just keeps on flowering. But as I said, things like coreopsis, snapdragons, the eschscholzia, the Californian poppy, they will most definitely benefit from this. The dahlias are fine, really. They, even if they form seeds, they form very little seeds, like this one here. I know this one here will form a little bit, but because this one has been grown from seed, that's its flower when it's in full bloom. But I'm not really planning to multiply it through seeds, so I will probably be taking this off as well. Surprisingly, lavender, I still didn't collect mine. I'm a little bit late, but I will do that. If you take off the flowers, you may see a little bit of flower coming back later on. And also salvia, I already did that to the salvia. Salvia will form a ton of seeds if you leave the dead flowers on it. I already cut them off, and it looks very beautiful even like this. As its decoration value is quite big, it's lovely, but I've seen some flowers coming back up throughout the summer after I cut them off, because in this way the plant thinks, oh, I didn't make seeds to continue my generation, like to make new plants, so I have to work again on that, and it will bring up new flowers for this reason. I have a beautiful delphinium here, and it will form seeds now. I have a lot of friends who want seeds from it. It's really gorgeous indeed. You almost cannot see the flowers anymore. But otherwise I'll do the same to it. and maybe it would give me another flower. We don't know. So that's it for today, friends. I hope this helps you. There's one little plant here that for sure you want to take off the flowers from it when they start forming. It's too little yet. That's a coleus plant. They become very beautiful, gorgeous, and we mostly grow them not for their flowers but for the leaves. So if you want the plant to focus on its leaves, here is the other way around. We take off the flowers so that it can continue growing bigger leaves. That's pretty much the concept of all plants. I hope this helps, and I hope to see you soon again. Make sure to subscribe. Happy gardening!